What's up, everybody? It's Lambowski, and I'm bringing you another EU matchup with Team K versus the Eagles here in IVRL Season 1, Week 3. It's a little bit early on my side, but a little bit onward for breakfast for me isn't always the worst thing in the world, I reckon. Looking to get a good docket of matches on the cast today. There's a bunch going on a Sunday fun day for me in terms of onward matches that I can get into and get casted, so be on a lookout for IVRL and IVRL 2 throughout the day, because tons of matchups. First one obviously being Team K versus the Eagles here at 9 a.m. Eastern. I believe there's one at noon, there's one at 3, there's one couple, I think I'm actually the one at 8, so I wouldn't be able to do that one, as Murphy and me and the Murphy's Maniacs face off later on. But yeah, a lot of matches today. Expect a lot of casts coming out. I know the casters are good and available and rambunctious to try to get numbers up with the old Lambowski. But as I ramble on, we are at a 5v4 Team K fully stacked. Tonight missing their captain. Captain might be available, that still says, but they don't need him. We'll see. If they do need them, we'll see. I've had the pleasure of watching Team K as well as the Eagles play pretty recently, so I'm excited to see both of them matched up together and see how both play styles collide. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to say either team lost their matchups that I watched recently. It was either a very close tie where both was fighting for said tie, or they might have won. Like I said, it's been a little bit since I've watched them. I've watched a couple casts since then, so I get a little confused in terms of who's the last one I seen, how it went down, unless I've got it written up in front of me, which I don't. But Eagles, however, gonna be rocking their captain in the roster tonight. Max in the roster, hanging out, waiting on their fifth. When that fifth shows up, who knows? But on map number 1 with Subway, Team K's pick, we are starting out with Chinatown OBJ. And this one can get hot and heavy pretty quickly. It's a lot of utility out, and just as long as it's a good planned push, which I really expect from Team K. Obviously, they feel more familiar with this map. They've banned Bandit and Downfall, so probably looking to make this a very stacked up CQB style match. Obviously, that's probably all you're gonna get here in Subway. There might be a few spots where you're gonna need a holographic with the 2 times. If you're using it 4 times on this map, you are ballsy, because there's no way I could see anything. Like, I would have to like use my opposite eye the 4 times in that eye and just like watch corners. I would have to go double vision at that point, and I couldn't do it 4 times on this map. So yeah, expecting a lot of maybe some iron sights, maybe the red dot, maybe some lasers, who knows. Night vision sometimes comes into play, although it's not super dark out here, especially I can brighten it up, but it's not the darkest map. There's spots where you're gonna benefit from having night vision, but it's only because the black uniform of Bulk really sits into some shadow spots pretty well. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And I believe we are still waiting for that 5th member. So before I ramble on, get a little too long and bore y'all to death, we'll hit the intermission. We'll bring it right back as we bring the action. Getting ready to go on into it as Schleo finally decides to join in here. But I heard the beeps. But we are at a full 5v5 Team K versus the Eagles. Let's see where Team K spawns, how they're gonna move. Will it be a quick spawn in the north, or a little bit more of a drawn out planned aggression? Who knows? But with a full 5v5, I heard the beat that time. I heard it, and I've got a bandit up. That was the one thing I didn't change. Let's change that real quick while they... There we go. Oh well.
저 남쪽 인쪽으로 올라갈게요.
737. 네.
Alright, let's go. Leo, we need you.
My hands, I'm good.
Team K really spread out so far with Chachanobi and Dita coming from the south. Gonna deal with Siegel soon. Siegel should probably be hearing these footsteps. Cha-Cha not taking too much time really stomping around. Yongsan, K-Fought Fever, I believe, are coming through horseshoe tunnels into tunnel. Gonna exit out in front of Siegel unless Dita or Chachanobi can take out the awaiting Volk member. A really tight, very tight actually, on the OBJ is the Eagles defense. Max, the only one that's going to be able to cover for Nansan. I'm wondering if Max was able to see Non cross in the distance there, or if it was tucked in and didn't catch it. Shots out from Siegel, maybe trying to bait Cha-Cha. There's Non. Smoke out into the base of Sex Alley. Max, if not hearing the initial click, looks like things are starting to get hot and heavy over here towards Siegel. Cha-Cha looking to push up and take care of the first member of defense. Cha-Cha, Yongsan, Chachanobi all down. Fever gonna come in and look for the revive. Does get the confirm. Nansan finding Max. Team K getting the revive, now putting a full 5v4. Dutch changing my words as K-Pop Fever falls to the AK. Grenade out from Fever, finding Dutch. I did not catch the arc. Leo finding Cha-Cha just underneath me. Yongsan now smoking it out. Idiot have to run. Idiot Cookies has to run into the smoke to start clearing. Sorry, idiot. You named yourself that, brother. Shoot, Leo hanging tight, watching the Sex Alley push. Cookies turning fire towards Nansan. Smokes still covering not Yongsan's advance. Idiot coming around the corner. Dita going to trade with Idiot Cookies, now down to a 2v1. Flash out. Very good throw by Leo, just timing wise. Leo tucked in now. Nansan is going to have to push in front of Leo's position to be able to take care of this defense. Yongsan has to be careful because unless there's utility out there in that center street, going to be very open for any cap attempt. Leo hearing Nansan as well as hearing Yongsan and Nansan timing it well enough that they both just pinch in at the exact same time, causing Leo to choose one or the other, and chose one. The other got him. Very good round for map number 1. Well, hold on. That wasn't a switch for me. I apologize. There we go. Goodness. That's what happened. It got stuck and started throwing things around there. Very good round number 1 for Team K, as it was just, like I said, a very timely push between Yongsan and Nansan into Chinatown from Center Street and Sex Alley corner. Leo was in the perfect position to be able to stop both both attackers. But due to that pinch at the right time, both of them working together, coming in at the exact same moment, obviously they don't know exactly where Leo's hanging out, but the idea that it worked out perfectly for them, that's awesome to see. Just timing, coincidence, teamwork, whatever you may see it. I see it as fun to watch. So we'll see if Eagles can muster up something for the attack as we're getting right back into it. And I gotta get back onto that screen. Team K now looking to hold down Chinatown.
얘네 좀 천천히 들어오죠.
But Eagles getting the quicker spawn.
Cast extra.
Please do Lamboski.
One of them might push this with a flash. They might push this with a flash. Just know.
Cha-cha. Gonna deal with 3 members of Eagles pushing up north stairs in a very good position already. If Max will be waiting for it. Cha-cha finding Max first and trading with Siegel. Doing a very good job of getting a good KD out of that matchup. Out of that skirmish, whatever you may want to call it. Who's that way up there? Dutch Kebab and Leo all by their lonesome in the south. Cookies much more lonesome in the north. We've got a Yongsan, Nansan, Dita, and K-Fot Fever circlement of the OBJ. Fever being the furthest away towards Sex Alley. We'll deal with Leo soon unless Leo decides better and tries to put shots in the same spots as the other 2 members of Eagles. Me personally, with 3 members alive, you all know that you lost 2 already in the first minute. You need to kind of gather up, rally the troops, and figure something out instead of working as 3 separate players. Whether they were getting out comms trying to get some kind of plan together, who knows? I was not close enough to hear as I was waiting for Leo to deal with Fever. As Fever now starts to put utility out. Cookies finds Fever. Fever does find the better of the trade. Leo all by his lonesome now with 3.5 of Team K holding down Chinatown. Yongsan in the smoke. Center Street hanging out. Might be able to hear Fever's call out for the revive, I think is what I was noticing in the background. Leo looking to suppress and move. As I expected, Leo heard somebody, and I believe it was Fever behind us. Leo heard something to expect this southern rotation maybe. But 3:20 left. Healthy 3.5 man offense. Sorry, defense. I keep getting that backwards. It's early. A 3.5 man defense. Nansan looking to make it 4 possibly. Fever still probably giving call outs about you're clear. Nansan not leaving any soldier behind, making it even harder for old Leo. Utility out. Flash might have found Young. Definitely found Young. Smokes. Not in a very good position as Zeta's still going to be able to find Leo around the corner. Yongsan now going to have their vision back, but would they have heard Leo get pushed up so close? Leo does have 2 minutes, and as close as he is to the OBJ, it's still very dangerous, even though they do face a 4-man defense. Leo pushing up. Yongsan definitely hears and knows that somebody's right there with those shots ringing out from Leo. Suppression only coming out and not hitting. Yongsan looking to do the same maybe. Yongsan pushes around and trades with Leo, ending round number 2, giving Team K their Marsoc and Volk rounds back to back. Just a, like as I said, a tight defense by Team K. Really just setting the tone. No real dangerous push was able to happen in Chinatown by the Eagles, just because the tight but somewhat pushed out defense, and obviously good shots by those two members, both I want to say Fever and Yongsan in the outer parts of this. Actually, yeah, there was 2 in the north. I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was now. It was somebody that traded. I believe it might have been Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha finding 2 in the north. I think it was Cha-Cha. I'm pretty certain it was. I'm working off a memory. But yeah, it was a good round. Good first 2 rounds really for Team K. As I noticed, we are now heading off to the infamous North Stairs. I expect a very good push for this OBJ. It always is hectic. Me and the Maniacs played last night on Subway against the Siren Snails, and North Stairs was fun. Unfortunately, we weren't casted, but you could catch at least my POV of it on my personal stream. It was, North Stairs was an absolute everybody just, oh my god, it was, you'd have to watch it back. It was just nothing but just chaos as we get back into round number 3 and see what Team K and the Eagles can do on North Stairs OBJ.
가져갔다.
아니요. 연막 하나 있어요, 저.
아, 오케이.
High five. High five.
High five. Let's see what the Eagles pull out for defense here on North Stairs. As I get slammed face first into some metal bars there. Cha-Cha already in North Stairs. Utility out first. Gonna give off the position, but not gonna be useful for blinding or cover. Shots out from Nansan in the south. A frag out from Fever, gonna catch Kebab, only downing. Very good throw though, Siegel.
Downed. They're pushing.
Down the way.
천천히.
Chachinobi
저 집 따라오고 있어요. Go.
looking for the crouch kill. Prone kill, sorry. Chachinobi getting the confirm. Siegel gonna know that they are moving down. Siegel being down by Chachinobi. Leo, all that's left on the OBJ with Cookies close by, needs to crash. Max close by, needs to crash. Fever and Chachinobi just absolutely suppressing the corner. Fever now, tablet out. Idiot Cookies coming around the corner. Flash! Taking Fever's eyes. Chachinobi looking to suppress. Cookies saving the OBJ. Wow. Eagles now down to a 2v3. Cookies, Max now protecting the OBJ. Cookies with a very good defensive play, but couldn't keep it rolling as Dita finds the headshot. Oh man, another utility out with a frag so close to Max, just ringing the ears. As I said, North Stairs. Youngston, Nansan, and Dita now all looking to pressure North Stairs as Max is hanging close, looking to hold the angle up. At this moment, you've got to decide. you definitely don't want the cap coming out, right? The idea that Max is so open to shots on the left side probably doesn't even matter to him. He just wants to make sure that nobody caps this objective. And Dita is getting close to being able to if Max doesn't get pushed around this corner. Gonna find Dita soon as Dita gets shots out, ending the chaotic first round of North Stairs, but round 3 of the map. K-Fight, as I expected, very, very comfortable with this CQB style matchup. They chose Subway for a reason. They banned Abandon and Downfall for a reason, I believe. They were looking to really just see if their teamwork and camaraderie, because that's really what you have to come down to when it comes to CQB. I mean, obviously, yeah, you got to make sure your players are quick on those little snapshots and stuff, but being able to work in tight spaces with each other, not spraying each other, TKing, timing, all that. It's people talk about the larger maps and how the different rotations, and obviously Subway's not super small. There's tons of rotations with Subway that you can use. It allows for rotations and such, but when it comes down to like maps like Cargo, Quest, Suburbia, there are lanes, there are ways. I mean, you're at one spot of the map, nobody can see you from anywhere, right? I mean, there's always somewhere that you can rotate or hide in these small maps. But when it comes to the difference in style of play for the larger maps and the smaller maps, I think the teamwork aspect isn't any different. It's just a different mindset. Teamwork still needs to be there. It still needs to be very 100 IQ like style play if you're going to be just an absolute monster in this league. But I think the only thing that becomes a difference between the larger maps gameplay play style and the smaller map is the difference between which team has the better flick shots. That's really all it comes down to, because it's still a mind game, you know. But Subway
서버비어였나?
is a conundrum of a map. It allows for so many different things, all these different rotations, all these possible ways. I've now, since casting IVRL, sometime I believe in week 2, seen my first offensive North Stairs win that didn't involve a push from the North Stairs. Chachinobi. Gotta deal with 4 members of Eagles. Dutch taking care of the first member of TK to fall round number 4. Fever with a utility out, might have blinded, maybe blinded Dutch. Leo hears the footsteps from Fever. That utility out, however, Leo finds Fever with the flash. Gonna find Fever with the shots. We've got, I believe, Siegel in the south, while the 4-member offense of Eagles start to really do it. Finding the C4 with that frag, probably the best thing that could have happened other than getting a kill. Eagles really looking to return the favor here and just onslaught this North Stairs. M203 downing Nonson. Idiot Cookie Dutch, Leo in the smoke, all hiding behind the smoke. Dia with a botch flash out in front of him. Nonson finding Leo. Everybody just falling in North Stairs. I was unable to just keep up with everything. Goodness gracious. Round number 4 giving us exactly what we probably all expected and wanted from a North Stairs OBJ. We are now going to the basement, which is still in its own right a fun OBJ to watch, as it allows for good utility pushes down these stairwells around the OBJ, and then as well as the tunnel, it allows for pretty spicy plays in the basement tunnel as well. So I'm expecting still more hot and heavy rounds from Team K and the Eagles. Hope everybody watching is having a good time and enjoying the cast. Like I said, a little early for me. I woke up probably about 50 minutes before the cast. I was like, oh crap, it's 9 a.m. I might want to check that out. But I'm glad y'all are here. Hope everybody's in good health and enjoying their day. We're getting back into round number 5. If I can. There we go.
C4.
One more for the staircase.
Exit.
Yep, so if somebody goes to the
Yeah, C4 tunnel.
C4 in the tunnel. Let's see if it finds anybody on Team K. Get an eye on where the C4 ends up coming out. C4 next to the stairs, the little ramp. That's a good spot, but I feel like it's gonna get called out. As all 5 members of Team K covering and moving and covering, all getting ready to make a dangerous push out of these stairs. Nansan, Yongsan, Kebab and Yang trading. Nansan finding Fever on the OBJ Max 9. Not close. Is close. Finding the entirety of Team K pushing in. I didn't realize these shots were dropping from behind my camera. I seen Fever looking to get the cap. Goodness gracious. Has anybody ever seen a less than 50-second subway round that didn't involve North Stairs or Chinatown? Eagles holding down a very chaotic defense there for round number 5. Goodness gracious. That was nuts. I was not expecting Team K to just full on rush down those stairs and just start onslaughting the defense. I think the only thing they could have benefited from was those 2-man fullbacks they sent out into the stairs first. I believe it was Nan and Yang. They come down and just split, and they just started looking for the first shot they could. Mind you, they found them. I think there was 2 that was killed. I think Leo and Dutch Kebab, and I think Siegel, and I think it was Cookies and Max left, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think there was 2 that got killed from those 2 fullbacks just running in, which good on them. They were able to at least take one, but I think the best thing that would have worked for them is at least as they're spreading out, launching flashes, you know what I mean, putting out utility. But who knows? Fever was dangerously close to getting that cap, but man, that was a wild push. We'll see what they unfold for us for their defense and what Eagles may do for their offense.
선물에서 나온 거 대비가 있어야 돼요.
First.
Seagull, where are you? Eagle?
Yeah, right. You cleared away from Max, so Max can shoot a grenade all the way down the end to maybe vending machine or
Me and the first clear.
I like what I'm hearing. We'll see if anything spicy comes out as Fever and I believe Chachanobi really getting away from the OBJ. Fever's definitely hearing the voices of this 3-man pushing in the north, and we'll deal with them coming out of North Stairs as Cha-Cha is opposite tunnel. I like it. I like this defense. We've got 1 member watching tunnel, I believe. Nansan and Dita close on the platform, gonna take care of any close OBJ pushes. Dutch Kebab and this 3-man push from North Stairs may not even be concerned at all of Fever's possible position. Kebab gonna get caught by Fever. Leo and Cookies.
you know exactly which rail that was? Was it the first or the second? Close to us?
It'll be the.
Beaver finding Seagull. Didn't mean to switch to Cha-Cha. Leo, however, takes care of the first menace of the defense, finding Fever. Max will deal with Cha-Cha though, as Cha-Cha is pretty much in the exact same position as Fever, just opposite side, taking care of both angles here. Now I might be able to find Cookies if Cookies gets pushed out. Max, now well aware of Cha-Cha's position. Cha-Cha only downing Cookies. Cookies should be able to give the call out to Max. Max scanning, not finding. The revive might be coming out here soon from Leo. Smoke to cover. They need every member they can get. Cha-Cha Nobi gonna see the smoke and find both. Eagles, unfortunately, for their basement offensive round, are unable to make it into the basement successfully before the entirety of their team is dismantled by Cha-Cha and Fever. The two-person tunnel defense on basement proving to be very, very effective. Max gonna hear non in the distance, but not the same floor level. Max now looking to make a play on the OBJ, get out of center platform from where all the shots was. Dita gonna be watching Max's back as he finds Donson hanging out behind the Coke machine. I believe it would have been an M203 frag, but Donson finding the C4 kill, putting Team K up 4-2. The two-man tunnel defense was pertinent for exactly what happened. I don't know if they've done their homework on this team or what, but the idea that two members really crippled this offensive push going in makes you wonder. Very good defensive hold by Fever and Cha-Cha Nobi, as well as I believe it was Nansan there in the end getting the C4 kill, able to chill behind that Coke machine. I'm still wondering if it would have been an M203 frag come out, and for some reason I think there's like a distance delay, like you have to have a certain bit of distance between you and the impact spot before it explodes, but obviously it didn't explode. Nonson's still alive, still able to pull that trigger and flick Max's life away. But pretty good round so far here on Subway. I'm excited to see what Eagles take us to on map number 2, but we've still got a little bit of time left on map number 1. We can see Eagles possibly hold down the center platform OBJ as we move on up, or if they're not careful, we might see a 6-2 if Team K can get in behind the Coke machine or the map sign and go for a cap. And we'll find out here in a second as we're getting back into it for round number 7. Team K versus the Eagles. EU matchup. IVRL Season 1, Week 3. It's your boy, Lambowski.
괜찮아요.
아, 이긴 거예요, 진 거예요?
바로 앞판 이겼어요.
801392.
Wait, you have C4?
Yeah, who's going? Oh, one of you needs to be the next one. That one and one of you in the next.
Team K moving together and then splitting off in tunnels. 4 members Yongsan. Leo finds Cha-Cha with a headshot in the distance. Yongsan. Leo finding Nonsan in the distance. Yongsan pushing up. Dutch gonna find Yongsan. K-Pot with a flash out. Might find both members. Idiot Cookies laying next to him. Fever finds both Dutch Kebab and Cookies. Now down to a 2v2. Siegel and Max needs to be careful because if Fever pushes up, can cap from behind the pillar there. Dita finds the member on OBJ. Max, all that's left on the OBJ. Will Fever take advantage and put this map down to a 6-2?
clear.
Fever calling for a clear, I believe. Could be wrong. Dita watching any defensive member push in for the OBJ. Max, I don't believe is going to be able to get. Max needs to crash. Fever is on the OBJ. Tablet out. Needs to be careful. Max downing Fever as the cap was coming out. Max still alive in this, able to find and confirm Fever. Dita now in north stairs, coming out of the entryway. Don't believe is going to be able to have seen where Max's shots was coming from. Maybe the train car was hiding Max's footsteps. Needs to be careful, Max. Max! Headshots Dita! For what I thought was an almost map ender. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's unpack here. Fever. I don't know if the actual corner like spot where you can cap from was just a bit out of reach because Fever kept inching forward, and unfortunately just a little too far out. Max with just the right line to get that shot out on the OBJ capper and saves the round as well as wins the round. Saves the and wins the round. Eagles now in a little bit of a position here to possibly take map 1 if they can get as dangerously close as K5 did. K5, Team K, sorry. As Team K did. Yeah, it was K5. We can say that because it was K5 Fever, sure. But, God bless this matchup. I'm glad I woke up. I'm glad I got here in time, and I'm glad I'm watching, and I'm glad y'all are too. Because this is fun. This is a good map 1. We'll see what map 2 holds for us, but we ain't there yet. I was talking like we were done for getting ready to see map 2. Old Team K was gonna take it off, but man, Max 9 with a play. Goodness. I ain't even drank my coffee yet. As we're getting into round number 8. Let's see what Team K has for this center platform OBJ.
Have to do like a completely silent crouch around with it. Otherwise, there's like no use.
Also, being
incredibly
I'm going north.
incredibly careful about the capping. I mean, be incredibly careful about people just rushing you. Be super careful for that.
Come on, straight.
Expecting some kind of rushes coming out. Check on Kebab and the boys coming down south stairs. Kebab, Leo, and Idiot Cookies. Somebody calling for south train. I believe that might be them trying to call out possible non-sans position, or maybe actually like in this train itself. We'll see if they're ready for it. We've got a 2-man push coming out of north stairs. For the defense that we have set up, I mean spread out, we've got Cha-Cha and Horseshoe, Nonsan and south, K-Fight and mid, Yonsan and north, and Dia really rotating. Mike, I'm gonna keep an eye on Dia. Is really gonna probably cut the foot off this Eagles offense if Max isn't careful and paying attention to what's going on behind him. Dita really pushing up, is going to find a two-man offense pushing out of North Stairs. Gonna find Max in the back. Now needs to be careful. Siegel gets the refrag. Now down to a 4v4. Nonson around the corner. And Kebab trading. Nonson only down. Nonson well hidden from Leo. Might be able to give a call out or two. We've still got a Northman push coming out. And they're going to have to deal with Yongsan. I was going to say Siegel might have an avenue, but going to have to be careful as Yongsan takes care of this northern push. Leo finding Non for the confirm. Possibly getting a call out on Cha Cha's position. Leo dealing with Guardian issues.
Jumping the rails.
Cookies and Leo. Only hope left for Eagles is if Team K holds this, they do take map 1 and their map pick. Eagles, however, if they can at least get the round, if not the cap, is dealing with possibly winning the opposing team's map pick, and is probably looking at a pretty good position, because obviously going into Euro map pick with the lead would be much more favorable. Smokes out from Cookies. Might distract Cha Cha just enough for Leo. Cha Cha starting to creep down. Will Leo see this on the other side of that pillar? Leo not seeing Cha Cha. Cha Cha not seeing Leo. Leo needs to be careful. Turned his eyes away and is allowing Cha Cha to push up. Cha Cha now posing a much more probable threat to this two-man offense. Needs to be careful not to duck up, stand up, crouch up. Get a little bit higher than the level they are right now. Cha Cha backing away. Leo and Cookies getting super close to the OBJ. Yongsan still in the north. Cookies, I believe, doesn't have any utilities to use. May hear Fever's movements. Not gonna find Fever's shots as Fever takes care of Cookies. Now down to shh, Leo. Explosion out in the north. Not gonna find the remaining member of Eagles. Eagles. Map 1 hopes resting on Leo's shoulders. More explosives. Still not finding. Shh. Leo with a minute left. I don't think the cap is going to come out, but Leo is going to do their darndest to take out as much members of this Team K defense as they can. But Leo needs to be careful. Will Fever see Leo's push up onto Chachanobi? Cha-Cha needs to be careful. Leo wraps around Cha-Cha, finds Cha-Cha. Oh man, I seen it coming, but Fever with the PKM. Taking map number 1, 5-3 for Team K. Eagles and Leo. Leo with 10-8. Popping off Fever getting 10-6. Almost an identical scoreboard there, but yeah, very good map number 1. I thought Eagles had a chance there for a second. Leo was rushed around, turned, got Cha-Cha, and immediately was looking towards K-Pot Fever's position. I thought for sure Leo might have had a chance here to really turn my predictions just around. Like, I wasn't for sure how that was going to end, but obviously K-Pot took map 1. We're going to see where this rehost is taking us. We'll hit the intermission. We'll be right back. I am Lambowski. This is Team K versus the Eagles. IVRL Season 1, Week number 3. We will be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Probably it was gonna be short and sweet, and it was. We are back with Team K and the Eagles on Suburbia. Team K taking their map pick and map number 1, 5-3, in a very tightly contested map. Back and forth. We saw 2 awesome pushes into North Stairs. We saw a heck of a push into basement, and then we saw a very good defense on the basement OBJ. But then center platform just panned out the way it did, and Team K taking it 5-3. However, now I'm remembering my last view of the Eagles. The Eagles, I believe, had lost their map 1 and then brought it to Suburbia and tied their matchup. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. They may have won. No, I don't know. But I do remember watching the Eagles play Suburbia, and I remember them being very, very good. So we'll see if they can continue that with Team K on the opposition. I hope everybody is still enjoying the cast and having a good time this morning, evening, night, whatever time it may be for you. Whatever. And we're getting back into it. Round number 1, map number 2, week number 3. Team K versus Eagles.
Basically guaranteed to pre-fire. So.
Alright. Same then.
Yeah, watch for pre-fire then, guys.
And remember, they're just very likely to rush.
Eagles calling out the pre-fire, and they weren't wrong, although I believe it is a return pre-fire from Cookies, as it is. Cookies finds Fever. Not gonna know it though, as the pre-fire from both ends finally connecting home with Team K's offense. Siegel, I'm sorry, Dita, I didn't catch that as it dropped. The frag out from Dita. Dita downing Siegel. Max gonna get that revive on Cookies. Wow. Dita with a very good throw from lane 4, landing into Cookies' lap. Nonson. Dita finds the confirm. Nonson and Cha-Cha coming out of lane 1 and lane 2. Dutch Kebab close to Nonson. Cookies finds Dita as he was crossing into lane 4. Now down to 2v4. Kebab, Nonson. Sorry, get those lasers out. Now down to Cha-Cha, 1v4. As I predicted, Eagles starting off Suburbia very strong. Kebab now above Cha-Cha in the house. Cha-Cha finds Cookies, but Max taking round number 1 for the Eagles. 3 up. When I say 3 up, I meant like 3 defensive members standing up there. But yeah, for the Southeast Burning House OBJ, you seen it. I mean, the Eagles spread out enough that they can cover all pushes. They had somebody in playground, but they did fall to Dita. Dita was doing their best impression of a Rambo, just taking out as many as they possibly can. Found Siegel, naded Cookies from across the street, from across the house, from behind in the playground, from, I believe, in the hedge line. Like, that's a toss. Whether it be lucky or not, he had to have heard shots coming from that direction and let it fly. It landed, but unfortunately, I feel like some of these frags being downs is a little bit of a cop-out. Like, yeah, it didn't land super close sometimes, but I feel like hot shrapnel and a concussion effect should do a lot more sometimes than maybe even like a Makarov in the leg. You know what I mean? You go down to a Makarov in the leg easy. But we are into round number 2. Let's see if the Eagles
Alright, let's go in.
Watch for pre-fire. Watch for pre-fire.
still calling out for pre-fire.
Watch for pre-fire.
Kebab not gonna ring it out this time.
Alright, good luck.
I believe it was Cookies giving the pre-fire out from the Eagles there on defense, but It was Kebab rocking the M249. Cookies and Leo getting up close. Cookies at white car. Gonna find Nonsom for the first pick on the defense. Siegel, Max, and Leo just outside the playground. Dita, Chachanobi finds Kebab in lane 1. Bulkhouse, Dita, overlooking Max and Siegel's position. Doesn't have a laser out yet. Fever close by. Dita will have a line here soon as Dita is rotating upstairs. Dita. Laser out towards Siegel. Dita finding Cookies in lane 1. Eagles down to a 3v4. Leo, Siegel, and Eagles all tucked in close to the playground. Dita finding Siegel from spawn house. Leo in a dangerous position. Chachanobi finds Max. Leo in a dangerous position. Oh no! Not expecting Yongsan there on the left as Fever and Yongsan hold down the Team K defensive OBJ. Putting it 1-1. Unfortunately for Leo, was looking to get that little sneaky cat from behind those sandbags and wasn't expecting. I mean, I can see why they may not have expected that second person being so close by, but then again, I mean, it's hard to tell what goes through your mind when you're in that position, right? When you are in the headset, you're not holding a controller, you are the controller. It's a whole different ball game when you're in there. But Eagles losing round number 2 on their map pick. Team K now in the matchup, leading 6-4. We will see if the Eagles can hold the next round, maybe get a cap, take this map away. I mean, they still have a chance to win this entire matchup, as well as obviously the map. They were only down 2 coming into map number 2, so they've got a little bit of a hill, not necessarily a mountain to climb, but the more rounds they lose, the more rounds they lose, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to continue watching and see what happens for round 3, round 4, round 5, round whatever it may be that we get to here in the 9 a.m. season 1 week 3 matchup on Sunday, November the 14th. I'm trying to just remember as much as I can and spat it out so y'all know that I am paying attention. We have the Northwest white car OBJ. Typically, one's going to be behind white car or in the hedge line there. You should probably expect a couple neighbors hanging out on the porches. Cookie's looking to rotate out towards lane 4, I believe, as Team K leading a push through lane 2 and 2.5 as Nonson's going lane 4. Utility out, close to Kebab, gonna ring the ears, but not catch any meat. Smokes out, hitting somebody's white car, gonna have to pay for that damage. Another smoke out. Probably is gonna cause some paint distortion there on the front door. Shots coming out first. Kebab downing and confirming Cha-Cha. Nonson. Just around the corner from Leo. Leo's gonna headshot Nonson. Now down to a 3v5. Nonson, Yongsan, close by. Shots out towards Fever. Yongsan and Fever, as well as Dita, if expecting to take this round, is going to need to work together now. Facing 3v5. Fever almost finding Cookies. Cookies possibly could have found Fever. Shots out from Yongsan. Out on Siegel. Finding Siegel. Now down, putting it to a 3v4. Smokes out from Dita, I believe. Very good throw. Not going to help though. Dita dying to Dutch Kebab. Now down to a 2v4. Yongsan needs to be careful. I believe that white fence is wall bangable. Fever and Cookies trading. Fever only down. Needs to be careful. If they give a call out, Leo can go for the confirm. Yongsan rotating for a possible revive. Gonna rotate in front of Leo. Needs to be careful. Leo.
Lane 2, lane 2.
Very well. Footsteps. Yongsan pushing at the perfect time. Gonna find Leo. Tablet out. Now down to a 1.5 v2. Again, needs to be careful. Kebab might be able to see the revive rotation. Yongsan needs to get around the corner. Oh my goodness. Onward timing. Kebab almost dismantling the last of the Team K offense here in round number 3. Yongsan and Fever still has a chance. Max 9 and Dutch Kebab close to the OBJ. Max doing the neighborly thing, hanging out on the porch. Dutch Kebab hanging out behind the hedges. I don't know if y'all can remember me calling it out, but I'm pretty certain this is the exact defense I expected from Eagles. Yongsan just on the other side of hedges. Only being down. Still only down. And as I was switching, Kebab finds Fever crossing. Putting Eagles up 2-1. Oh. Again, as I just very good rounds. It was the way it all worked out, everybody was kind of spread out and dealing with lane 1, lane 2. The defense holding very strong, obviously, still keeping their discipline, staying where they started, really. And Dutch Kebab off to 5-1 here on map number 2. Very, very strong for the defense so far, but defense for the away team so far, because obviously they go back and forth. But it just onward timing is what it is. You've seen the revive come out. K-Fought fought tooth and nail down to the last members trying to take care of the Northwest OBJ, and it just didn't pan out. It's one of those things. Suburbia is a bit of an equalizer, because no matter if you played 1,000 hours or 2 hours, I'd almost guarantee one of your first maps that you pick up and start playing like in a public lobby is probably Suburbia. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it seems like if you start a Suburbia pub, it's full within 30 seconds, a minute. I feel like anybody and everybody can be very familiar with Suburbia, so in my head it is the equalizer. It's just like everybody has strats. It's just who can lay the strats out and put the pedal to the metal to the floor, pedal to whatever the saying is. Being able to get the actual mechanics to work out for you as a team, facing another 5-man defense or 5-man offense. Just how it works out. Onward is what it is. Timing is what it is. As I absolutely love when, from a caster's position, being able to see the minute just difference between somebody getting that revive or getting killed. Because we almost seen the round end with Cookies. I mean, still getting the 2-piece there to end the round, but just a little later than what we was expecting, as the laser come out right behind the revive. But we're getting back into it, so.
Bro, it's low.
Did you UID just
Alright, that should be pretty good.
Cha-cha. Being taken care of by Leo in second floor center house, center mansion. Kebab. Dita with another very good grenade in the distance. Unfortunately, I did not catch it. Dita is going to down one of the Eagles members, Nansan. Looking for the confirm and finds it as they down Kebab through the bush, I believe. K5 Fever getting shots out into the smoke, but nobody pushing through it. Leo just on the other side of the wall from Nansan. Revive comes out from Max 9 on Idiot. I hate that I'm calling this person idiot, and it's not because I'm calling them a derogatory name. They literally did it to themselves. They did this to me. Why have you done this? Y'all done still shooting through the smoke. Might find Seagull. I'm pretty certain that white fence is wall bangable. I thought all white fences on Suburbia are wall bangable. Nonson finding Leo. Nonson finding the footsteps through the bush. Seagull. I'm guessing that injured, I think, unless Seagull injured himself. The white fence appears to not be wall bangable. But Eagles facing a 3v4. Shots out from Idiot Cookies. Plenty of shots coming out from Fever. Max 9 downs K-Pot right past Nonson. Nonson's head just barely escaping, meeting K-Pop Fever across the street. I'm pretty certain standing right in front of Max. The noob tube almost sent the old noggin away. I believe Dita and Nonson still standing 14K, but Nonson gets the confirm on Seagull. Idiot Cookies all that's left. K-Pop Fever down across the street. Nonson and Dita holding neighbor porches. Idiot Cookies very close to seeing Nonson in the back. Seeing Nonson, I believe, just as Nonson might have started making noise. Idiot able to flick towards Nonson's position. Again, I was thinking the exact same. The bush is dead. Oh, the revive come out. I was expecting the shots. The bush is still obviously very well bangable. White fence, however, not seeming wall bangable unless it's just like absolute coincidence that all the shots that we've seen so far coming through white fence have just landed around any member. Idiot Cookies seen Fever's head pop up or maybe pop down. Needs to be careful trying to duck out for utility like that out in the open, making noise as well. Nonson close by. Idiot Cookies going for that AK-5C. Find Theta. Down to a minute 50. Looking to rotate further into lane 4. Nonson was aware of Idiot's current last position. Still watching the same lane, but Idiot, I don't believe is. Oh, on the other side of the bush. Nonson, however, is able to see through bush. Needs to be careful. Idiot Cookies needs to. Nonson tying it up 2-2. The bush latte really paying off for K-Pot there, as Nonson was able to find, I believe, 3 members of that attacking team of the Eagles through bush, wall bangable bush. But very good defensive round, very good hold. Unfortunately for Eagles, their window of opportunity for winning the map is starting to close. It's not completely shut yet, but they need to get a move on because they are now still down 2 points as they have let Team K tied up 2-2 on their map pick. Standings looking at a 7-5 currently. Still plenty of rounds left, but Eagles getting on a roll, getting a little bit more comfortable plays coming out here on their not map pick, but again, it is Suburbia. They've been around for a while, so they've played it a bit, I'm sure. So it's nothing they're new to, but Team K obviously feels that they are more comfortable on Suburbia than they are any other map besides ones they could have picked. They banned Snow Peak and Arctic. I don't blame them because I'm no bueno on either. I'd be not saying that they aren't, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. As we now have the Northeast Red Car OBJ. See if the Eagles can hold it down. Obviously, I can't believe it switched on me. Obviously, gonna expect some pre-fire coming out from this lane. As I say it. Team K, however, not gonna have any of it. As they rotate her around the house from the other side. Dita going upstairs into spawn house. Shots out from Fever, finding Kebab in lane 1. Max, Siegel, Leo, and Cookies all that's left for the defense. Siegel and Max hanging out in whichever house you would want to call it. I don't really have a specific house or specific call out for each house. We can say owner of red car, probably. Maybe that red car might be somebody's like boyfriend at that house because it's parked off to the side, right? Yongsan with a very good frag, only downing once again. A lot of frags falling in the laps of the members on Eagles today. Let's see if another revive comes out. Dita with a lot of frags out. Yongsan finding their first frag kill, I believe. Frag down, anyways. Nansan. Cookies getting shots out. Nansan does get the confirm on Siegel. Cookies was trying to suppress Cha-Cha and Fever, I believe. Nansan and Yongsan very dangerous on this OBJ. Max and Leo. Yongsan finding Leo through the bush. Max 9, all that's left on the OBJ is Cookies isn't close enough to be able to get a stop to any kind of cap around red car, probably. Yongsan. Idiot Cookies. Rotating away. Finds Cha-Cha. First member of TK has finally fallen here in round number 5.
Just us, keep your eyes on objective. I'm busy in lane 1.
Idiot Cookies. Oh, Max, keep taking care of lane 4. Take care of OBJ. Cookies is dealing with a lot over there. It's Dita, Nansan, and K-Fighter still trying to find Cookies. Lasers, as I was just saying, Nansan and Yongsan take round number 5. Putting this up to a 8-5. I'm trying to think. So, Eagles get a cap here. They'll be down by 1. Eagles don't get a cap here. They get 3, 4. The Eagles have to win the next round by kills, win their bulk round, and then get a cap for them to win. Team K has almost, I'm thinking of the word or the phrase for it, but has almost sealed their victory. Almost. They do have a little bit of a healthy lead. Obviously, Eagles can't take it back in 1 round because they are up by 3, but Eagles still has a window of opportunity. As I was saying earlier, it's just getting a little bit smaller. That they are starting to shut the window. It's up to Team K to slam it shut and lock it. Make sure that no burglars are coming in for the night and settling on in. But we'll see if Eagles can commit some B&E, break through that window, and get a win here today and match up week 3 matchup between K-Fight and Eagles. Good soup. Oh. But as I was expecting, still a very good matchup. Very good rounds. Interesting plays. Like I said, I played Quest 2, but I PCVR it through virtual desktop, and I haven't really ever like paid too much attention about those bushes on Suburbia. I don't know if I've got the eye to be able to see any movement on the other side. I believe it was Nansan, however. Very, very good.
Go for it. What's the
I believe it was Siegel walking up to Cookies asking what's the code. Cookie said, "Here's my code." Pre-shots coming out. Pre-fire coming out, sorry, from Cookies.
The only thing to do is just go ham.
Go ham, I believe is what Leo just said. Yongsan Nansan sitting in the porches. K-pop Fever and Idiot Cookies last position. Cha-Cha Nobi hanging out by White Car. Fever finding the first man of Eagles. Finding Dutch Kebab. Siegel close by to Yongsan. Max 9 as well. Leo looking to rotate, maybe deal with Cha-Cha as well as Fever. Grenade out, flash out from Fever. If that was a frag, that'd have been probably a down, but only a flash. Siegel gonna have the view back. Fever getting shots out towards Leo. Idiot Cookies, Max, and Siegel now in lane 4. Dita close by behind barricade. Will Dita be ready for the 4 eyes in lane 4? Cookies, however, needs to be careful and isn't enough as Cookies finds... Sorry, Dita finds Cookies. Dita, with pretty much a collateral and a burst, finding Max 9 and Siegel. Now down to... Shh, Leo. Which, by the way, we are facing a 1v5. If Leo is able to pull this off, get a cap, or win the round, $50 to their choice of charity. The last recipient of the Lambo charity giveaway was William Dunce. $50 went to Toys for Tots. Due to William Dunce just showing good sportsmanship. Wasn't able to pull off the 1v5, but chose sportsmanship over the kill. And we gave it to him anyways. Leo finding the first member. Now facing a 4v1. Has an opportunity. It's going to be a wild play to do it. Leo really just going wild here. Circling around. Maybe saw Dita. Needs to be careful. Dita finds Leo. And that, I believe, ultimately seals the win for Team K. Now being up 9-5, Eagles would only be able to win. Yeah, I believe that seals the win for Team K. I don't think Eagles has an opportunity to even tie at this point. Might be able to tie. I don't think so though. Being down by 4. Team K looking at their map point. Taking map 1 5-3. Now staring down a possible, once again, 6-2, 5-2, or can Eagles hold the defense here in the playground and put it down to a 4v3? I'd like to see although obviously Eagles are now fighting for rounds and not the win. I would like to be able to see the tiebreaker round here facing a 4-4 on Suburbia, but that's just me being hopeful. We'll see how it actually goes and how it unfolds. Everybody talking about that bush. Hey, it's each headset has to have their own advantage, right? But they tricked me because I was getting, there it is. I was gonna say I was hearing the beeps. We do have a quick spawn, quote unquote quick spawn for the playground OBJ now with the western and eastern spawns on Suburbia. Let's see what pre-fire comes out first. Cha-Cha. Seen Siegel. Leo looking for edge lane. Dita. Thankfully, only downing Jajanobi. Oh! I thought I seen a second. I thought I seen a second arc, something like landing in Cha-Cha's lap. Oh no! Team K losing their first member of the round due to a little bit of tomfoolery. Dita does get revived, however, by Fever. Team K faces 4v5. Idiot Cookies taking the bottom of the bus, OBJ, bottom of the bus perspective, as Non, Yang, K-Pot, and Dita are still now making their way towards the center line of this map. Dita still hanging close to the corner. Dita, however, needs to be careful because might see Siegel or Max. Max maybe not looking to get too pushy. Siegel, however, if Dita doesn't time it correctly, or Siegel times it correctly, now Dita pushing away and getting eyes on the tank. Needs to be careful. Siegel rotating out, not catching Dita in time. Siegel was able to get that call out. Wow, frag very close to Kebab. Cookies finding Nonson from below the bus. Team K 3v5. Dita in spawn house. Gonna get shots out, I believe, towards either Max or Siegel. Dita and Max trading. Flash out on the OBJ. Might have caught Kebab. I don't know if it caught Leo. Siegel getting shots towards spawn house. Gonna give Fever a little bit of call out. Siegel unable to connect with Fever, getting shots towards Fever, but hitting sandbags. Still a tight defense on the playground. 3 minutes left. Fever, and I believe Yongsan. I was gonna say Dita. Dita was in spawn house. Yongsan rotating, finds Dutch. Now down to a 2v3. Yongsan just around the corner. If K-Fot can take care of Leo, or if Yongsan can tuck in, needs to be careful. Yongsan finds K-Fot. Leo finds K-Fot. Yongsan finds Idiot Cookies. Leo needs to be careful, as well as Siegel. Siegel rotates away. If Yongsan can do it quietly. Yongsan. Oh, Leo rotating. Yongsan rotating, sorry. Around Leo. Needs to be careful. Leo now hearing the footsteps starts to spray through the bush.
Lane 3 on me.
2:20 left. Siegel looking to rotate. Yongsan needs to be careful. Yongsan going to get pinched. Yongsan is on the OBJ, however. Yongsan has plenty of time. Leo not pushing Leo! Oh!
Jesus Christ.
Yes! That's exactly what I said, Leo. Not exactly, but pretty much might as well been. God, Leo just in time. Still keeping them in this map. Oh. Yongsan, as I was talking about it, like I was like, just needs to creep around. Just needs to find that little bit of a window, that tiny little onward timing where they just get around that bush, sit down and get a cap. And Yongsan just unfortunately wasn't able to get the digits quick enough, and still allows Eagles to continue to take some rounds. They are only down about 3 points now. If Eagles can cap to take the map, or I mean, no matter what, Eagles can only get at a max 2 more points, and that won't win them the match. So but I'm here for it. I'm here to see Eagles take any bit of points they can get. Obviously, every round matters. You don't want to lose by 5 when you could have lost by 2, whatever. But this has been an awesome matchup. I'm glad I'm here. We're getting back into it with Eagles on offense, getting the exact same spawn
Fruitant while one moves over
I'm
to
going
the
north.
side.
as Team K just
With a frag.
last
Let's
round.
go
With the frag, where should I go?
middle path with someone else. I'll take south.
Shot for
first.
pre-fire.
Smokes out in the south. Chachanobi. Dutch Kebab. Leo finding Fever. Cookies finding Cha-Cha. Trading with Cha-Cha. Flash, I don't believe is going to find anybody at home, but K-Fought now down to a 3v4. Will we see the 4-4? Or will Eagles have a solid push in and take the playground? Leo getting very close to Nonsan. Smokes out on the OBJ. Running right past Nonsan, but Nonsan finds Leo through the bush. Nonsan very in tune with what Marstock members and Leave look like. Dita getting shots out through the smoke. Not going to find anybody. Kebab not watching Nonsan's position. Max now very well aware of Nonsan's position. I believe that flash might have caught Nonsan. We've got General Siegel in spawn house. Nonsan just on the other side of that bush. Very, very tough spot for Eagles to deal with. Nonsan holding down very strong defense. Siegel, all that's left for the Eagles here in spawn house. Does have an opportunity, but it's gonna be a tough one. I don't know why that camera's still there. As Yongsan, Nonsan, and Dita are circled around the OBJ. His best bet is to not move anywhere near Nonsan in that bush, unless Siegel can watch the bush as well. Siegel and Dita trade from lane 4 and spawn house, giving Team K not only map number 2, but the matchup as well. Already they had it, but now it's sealed right. As Team K takes this 10-6. Still a very good matchup. Very, very good matchup. I'm pleased with the competitive style playing that we've seen here today. The Bush Latte probably being the most the strongest aspect of today's matchup, especially on Suburbia, because no bushes on Subway that I can think of. But yeah, Team K versus Eagles brought pretty much what I was expecting. Just good rounds, good matchups, good shots. Team K once again coming out on top, 10-6. I'll have to remind myself of each team's current records, but I'm sure they are positive ones, as they are two very good teams. Team K being around for a while, Eagles I believe is new, but playing well together. I've seen some names on the team that I've recognized, and I've played with in lobbies myself. Am I a good judge of who's good and not? Maybe not, because I'm not the greatest either. But I know I see a lot of these players are active, so it's fun to see some morning breakfast onward for myself. As I said, there's a ton of cast possibly today, so just keep an eye out for IVRL 1, IVRL League 2 on Twitch, and yeah. I appreciate you joining me for my morning 9 a.m. cast of Team K and Eagles. This is Lambowski bringing you IVRL Season 1, Week 3 on Sunday Fun Day, and it's going to be a fun one, like I said. But we're going to hit the credits and roll on out of here, everybody. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you hanging out. Team K and Eagles, appreciate the game. Later, everybody.